Well, good afternoon to all of our friends joining us today for our Accelerated Learning online webinar. Today, we're going to tell you more about our accelerated online learning programs. And at the end of the presentation, we welcome all questions. Just a friendly reminder to please mute your microphone and keep your camera off throughout the presentation. While we allow everyone the opportunity to turn on their audio, we have a short video for you to enjoy.
When you're setting out to create a better future, you don't have to do it alone. At Rochester University, we're with you all of the way, and our Accelerated Learning Program will help you complete your degree faster, so you can create the future that you deserve. Learn more at rochesteru.edu.
All right, thank you so much, Steph, for doing that, playing the great video. At this time, before we get started with the presentation, I'd like to take this time to introduce you to our team who's going to be helping to guide us throughout the presentation today. First, we have Stephanie Grates, who's our Macomb Community College Site Coordinator, along with Jess Selzer, who's our Mott Community College Site Coordinator, and I'm Luke Beach, and I work exclusively with our accelerated learning students. So, Steph, we're ready for that next slide. Okay, so as we begin today's presentation, I want to briefly talk to you about our agenda and the information that we'll be covering throughout today's webinar. And the first thing we want to talk about is why are you? Which is a great question if you're an incoming student. So what we want to do is tell you about what makes Rochester University so unique, what sets us apart, and why we feel that's really important. Then we're going to take a look at our AL programs and how they're structured and how they operate. And then we're going to take a deep dive into the specific degree options that we offer and what careers might fit best for you. Then we'll move on to the admissions process so that you know exactly what to expect as you go throughout the admissions process and as you work exclusively with one of myself, Jess, or Steph. And we completely understand that transferring can be oftentimes very intimidating. So we want to assure you that we're going to be with you every step of the way, and we really want to make this experience for you a pleasant experience. So, you know, that's something that we definitely want to focus on as well. Next, we'll talk about our online platform. So our online platform is Moodle, and we want to get you comfortable operating in Moodle. We want to navigate around a little bit in the program and really get you comfortable and used to working in there. Then we'll talk about the resources that are available to you as well. Oftentimes as an online student, you may not know this, but all of the resources that are available here on campus are also available to you. So we'll talk more about that, as well as financial aid, which we like to say investing in your future, because it's one of the biggest decisions that you'll make. And so we want to make sure that we're giving you the most sound advice we can give you from a financial aid perspective. Then we'll look at a few testimonials, and then at the end we'll take any questions that you might have. So I'm ready, Steph. So who is Rochester University, which is a great question. And at Rochester University, we understand that students have so many options to continue your educational pursuits. And we respect that. We respect that there are a lot of really good institutions out there, but we feel that what we have to offer here at RU really sets us apart and makes us unique. Our institution is committed to giving our students a personalized and intimate learning experience, and from start to finish, you'll be working alongside admissions recruiters and professors who want to build those strong, impactful relationships with you. And you know, one of the most important things that we like to say is we understand that every student has a story that is unique to them, and we want to be the ones that help you to author that story. So I'm ready for you, Steph. Okay, so our accelerated learning program overview. So a lot of people ask when they get into accelerated learning, what does that really mean? So if you look at a traditional 16-week semester, we're a little different than that. What we do is we take the 2 semesters and we condense them down into two 8-week sessions. So we get to move at a little faster pace. And what we operate on is called a 3-2 format. And what we mean by that, to make it very simple, is so you'll have your first session and you can take 3 classes, and your second session you can take 2. So in order to be a full-time student, you need 12 credit hours. So those 3 and 2 will get you to 15 credit hours. You could take 2 and 2. And the really great thing about our program is you can work at your own pace if you choose to as well. If you feel like you're overwhelmed and that's too many, even the 2 and 2, if you want to slow it down, you can work at your own pace and fit in the classes that you need. Not only do we have the online format for our classes, but some of our programs are also hybrid programs where you have both the online and the on-campus component. And we have night classes that are available as well. Those are just 1 time a week. So we know that, so many of our students are working professionals or they have families at home. So that's what's great about our program, is you have that flexibility to take your education and fit it around, work or your family and still be able to achieve your degree. We're very proud of that. If you take a look at the screen, you'll be able to see how our semesters are broken down, and you'll see by each semester they're broken into an A and a B session. So I know why we have it up on the screen. You can take a look, and again, those are 8-week sessions that are contained within a 16-week semester. So you can see the order of operation there. And then another question that we often get is, when can I start? And really, anytime. That's the best answer we can give you. You can start working with one of us, even if you're at Macomb or you're at Mott or you're at another community college. You can start working with us early in the process. You can apply, doesn't obligate you to anything, and we can help track your course to get you ready to transfer over to Rochester. So it's a great thing about having sessions that are offered year-round. So degree options. This is kind of the meat and potatoes of what we offer with our accelerated program. So the first one up is our Associates of Arts. So that's really a great option for students who are bringing over a lot of credits aren't bringing over a lot of credits or just getting started, not sure really what direction to go in. And the great thing about that is we can kind of track you and be able to find a career that really fits best for you and slide right into another program. And another great thing about our Associates of Arts is there's also additional financial aid that's available. The next one is Early Childhood Studies, which we're very proud of here, very healthy program. And just wanted to throw in a side note that our ECS program was just rated #1 in the country by study.com. So we're very proud of them. It just came out recently. So wanted to definitely make everyone aware of that. But if you're looking to go into preschool, in the classroom, pre-K, if you own an in-home daycare or looking to be a child care center director or going into consulting, really a great career path for you, and especially with the Teach Scholarship, which we'll talk about more later too, has really made this just a really desirable degree for those looking to go in that field. Next up is our management degree, also known as a BBA. Very attractive degree right now and very high demand. It is one that, again, another very healthy major here at Rochester. And if you're looking to go down the business path, that's a great option for you. Christian ministry is our next one. If you're looking to work in the pulpit in any kind of faith-centered position, it's a great opportunity and a great degree to advance your career in any kind of faith-centered position. The next one up is Computer Information Systems, which is a degree that is new to Rochester. And really the only caveat with the CIS degree is that you have to have completed an associate's in some sort of applied science in the IT field prior to coming to Rochester, because it has a real focus on the business side of the degree once you come here. So we're looking to make sure that you get your IT experience prior to coming over and getting the CIS degree. But we're very excited about our CIS degree and to see the growth that it will have. Next up is our mass communications program, a really great degree for professionals or for students who are looking to pursue a career in media and advertising, marketing, and our program really has a strong concentration in marketing. So the next one up is psychology, which is a hybrid degree. So 10 of the 18 actual psychology classes that you'll be taking will be on-campus classes, so in seat. So it's another great degree that can lead you on to a master's in psychology and to your doctorate or in social work. So it's a program that is not 100% online, but does offer online components. And then last is our strategic leadership program, which is great for professionals looking to advance their careers in management or leadership roles. And it's very easily transferable in terms of if you're bringing over a lot of credits and you're not sure what direction to go into, it's a great degree choice for you. So I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Jess.
All right, thank you, Luke. So now that Luke has really gone into the meat of everything accelerated learning, looking at our programs, I'm going to review with you the admissions process for accelerated learning. So admissions recruiters such as myself, Stephanie, and Luke, we're here for you throughout the whole process. We really want to help you. So the process gets rolling by applying, and that is done on our free online application that's simple to use, doesn't take long to complete. You can actually see the link right there on the screen at rochesteru.edu/apply. And once our office receives that, your admissions recruiter and advisor will work with you to see what transfers over. So we ask that you please send transcripts from all of the institutions you've previously attended so we can really optimize what your transfer looks like. So some of the admissions requirements, as you see on our screen, we require at least 16 transferable credits and a GPA of 2.25. And then also another little thing for our early childhood study students, we request having a successful background check, which is another process that you'll be doing with us, but that's an additional component since you'll be working with children. If you fall below a 2.25 and you get accepted, that means it's a conditional acceptance. So with that, of course, again, we'll work with you. We'll look at your transcript, see what you've completed. There will just need to be additional steps taken. And this will look different from person to person. Again, it's on individual basis. So it could look like writing a piece for us. Maybe something happened and, giving us some background on what that was. It could be taking placement tests. Again, really different for each person. So if your GPA falls below that 2.25, definitely still apply. We want to see you succeed. So let's work together to get you to where you want to go. All right, so on our next slide, you will see our transfer guide actually listed right there. There's our link at rochesteru.edu/transfer. Again, this is useful if you're coming from another institution. We are considered transfer friendly, and we can accept up to 90 credits maximum to transfer over. There's a couple of components to our bachelor's degree. There's classes for your major, for your electives, general education. So that will look like a total of 120 credits for this degree. And again, we'll work with you to see what you've completed at other institutions and then see what remains for your bachelor's degree with Rochester University. If you would like to check it out and you're curious, we've got that transfer guide online where you just punch in your institution and then punch in the name of the class that you took, and then you can see how it would transfer over. Or when you apply and send us over your transcripts, we will do the work for you. So totally up to you. If you're curious, you can check out that transfer guide. If you just want to get the official stamp from our advisors, you could just send us all of your transcripts, and then again, we'll do the work for you. Looking at our next slide, To go a little bit more into what online learning is like, this is a good peek of what your classroom looks like online. So if you haven't done classes online before, it's really not bad at all. Students love doing it actually because it provides flexibility really to your schedule. So right here, what you see on the screen is the learning platform called Moodle that Luke referenced just earlier. And it's user-friendly. Everything that you need for your class is just a click away. The main page here you see will update you with alerts or messages from your professor, quick links to your classes, and even a calendar to see your assignments for when things are due exactly. And again, that's really why students really enjoy online learning, because there's that transparency of the exact assignments you have for the entire course, so you can really plan out when you should and can complete items for your class. And if, again, you're still a little worried about what online learning may be like if you've never done it before, all of our students will get an orientation before their first semester with us on how Moodle works. So, by the time you come to your official class with us, getting grades and everything, you'll already feel like a pro with the platform. On our next slide, as a Rochester University student, you'll see a lot of resources available to you to help you excel in and out of the classroom. So regarding academics, again, with that flexibility of online learning, we have an online tutoring platform that is available for you 24/7. And again, flexible to you. We have our faculty and staff as a great resource, whatever it is that you need. As we are a smaller university, we can give you that more individualized attention, the smaller class ratios. Really, we are here for whatever it is that you need help with. Another focus that's really cool and different from many schools is the focus on vocation. So if you're not familiar with what vocation is, it's talking about your passion, finding your why. We have vocation-focused classes that help you to really ignite that passion, to match it with the degree that you're pursuing so that you can go out and really make an impact in the world. And I would say that this is something that's really cool and special about Rochester University. And then we also have career services to help you take the next steps to achieve your vision the vision for yourself after Rochester University. So firstly, there's a capstone conference. This is something that every student does, including our accelerated learning online students in their final term, where you participate in a showcase really exhibiting something that you're particularly interested in within your degree. And what you do is create a poster and present it virtually by doing some research, really getting involved in the material. And our accelerated learning students also have the opportunity to go to the in-person conference that happens annually. And this is a great skill to have on your resume, add to your portfolio, or even include in your application if you're thinking about graduate school after your bachelor's degree. And then career services is also here to help you build connections with the field that you're interested in with prospective employers. So Rochester University has an excellent network all throughout the Metro Detroit area to get you connected. And then just some fun facts about our accelerated learning graduates. 95% of the online graduates from 2017 to 2018 were either employed or enrolled in graduate school in less than a year of graduation. And of those employed, 82% were employed in a field closely related to their major. So this is, some key information to show that even with an online degree, you'll go far. You'll be able to, get the job that you're looking for, move on to graduate school. You'll really be set up for success. On our next slide, so let's talk about investing in you and your future. So before we get into the other, details of financial aid and what those opportunities look like, I really do want to encourage everyone to fill out the FAFSA, which stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. And from this, you never know what you could get awarded from the government. So I encourage everyone to do this, and it's super helpful information to know. So through the steps that you see right there on the screen, the FAFSA can be accessed at studentaid.gov. This is a free application where you don't have to worry about a fee. And then what you do is, as you're going through it, you add us in as a school. So our code for Rochester University is 002288. And then following completing that application, FAFSA will send you results to your email for you to view and accept. And then beyond FAFSA, you can also look at additional resources at studentaid.gov. And then, as I promised, going into other financial aid opportunities, real quick for this academic year, it's $458 per credit hour. And this is actually considered the most competitive and affordable offering in the state of Michigan by a Michigan institution. And what's critical about this is that it is fee-free. Unfortunately, what happens sometimes with tuition is that there could be some things including, hidden fees that weren't presented initially when you're, shopping for schools. So what's great about this is that you don't have to worry about, again, those hidden fees. So you know exactly what you're paying for. And then since this is such a great deal, even discounted from our traditional tuition, because it does not require room and board, etc., we do not offer additional scholarships on top of this through the institution, but we do accept other funding opportunities from third parties, whether that's from the FAFSA federally or elsewhere, and which you'll see right there on the screen. So we take the Teach Early Childhood Scholarship, again, a great scholarship for those who are looking at our early childhood studies degree. Again, #1 in the nation. I'm gonna promote that again because that's awesome. We also take a partner school employee discount. So our partner schools locally are Oakland Community College, Specs Howard, Macomb Community College, and Mott Community College. If you are a full-time staff member there, and if you've worked there for a year, again, full-time, then you get an additional 25% discounted rate on top of that $458 per credit hour. So something important to know. And then again, we take the third-party scholarships, employer reimbursement. We work with MI Works and then Veteran Services as well. And then on our final slide, so we've got some student testimonials right here from students who've gone through our program and really saw success after Rochester University. So on the left, you see Rebecca Traus took our accelerated psychology program and felt that this degree gave her the foundation to advance herself into graduate school. And then Tiffany took our early childhood accelerated learning program, and she's actually now the director and faculty member for an early childhood program at a local community college because she had that degree and experience to advance her in her career. So these two testimonials right here, these are not special cases. This is actually pretty common for our Rochester University alumni. All right, well, that's all from me. I'm going to hand it off to Stephanie to wrap us up.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Luke. So now's the time that we'll answer any questions that you might have. So please use the chat feature, submit any questions that you have, and we'll go ahead and we'll answer them. But if you have any specific questions after this webinar, or maybe you'd rather speak directly with the recruiter about, here's our contact information. So I work specifically with students that go to Macomb Community College, St. Clair County Community College, or are from the Macomb County area. Jessica works with students from Mott Community College and the Genesee County area. And Luke works with students from Oakland County, Wayne County, and outside of Southeast Michigan. But if you're not sure who to contact, though, feel free to reach out to any of us and we'd all be happy to help. Some of you guys submitted questions while registering for the event, so we'll go ahead and I'll address some of those questions right now. But in the meantime, please submit your questions in the chat. You can submit them right to Mary Sauger and she'll send them over to me. So we have a question here asking about how to navigate through the student sites, how to access the student portal, Moodle, and the bookstore. So this is a great question. A lot of this information happens through a student's first registration appointment. So how that process works is once a student applies, sends all of their admissions documents to us, and is accepted to Rochester University, they then begin working with their academic advisor to set up their registration appointment. During their registration appointments, they're generally done virtually or over the phone, and they'll work with their advisor to create a year-long schedule and get set up within their student portal, student email, online bookstore, and Moodle. Whenever you do need a link to any of these student sites, though, you can find these links right at my.rochesteru.edu. This is a great website to keep bookmarked since it has links to all of your student sites, and it will also have all of the school-wide announcements posted on it. So Mary went ahead and we put that link in the chat for you. So this is definitely a great site to keep bookmarked. Again, it's my.rochesteru.edu. So those of you who are at this step in the admissions process, just want to make sure you guys were aware of this. Another question from registration for the event was, is there an in-person component required for these programs? So all these accelerated degrees can be completed entirely online with the exception of our psychology degree. Our psychology degree is the only program that has an in-person component because there are a few courses in this degree that have a team-based learning objective, or there's group discussions that require an in-person approach. So these in-person classes are still within our 8-week accelerated session timeline, and they can be offered at our main campus in Rochester Hills, our Macomb campus in Clinton Township, or our Mott campus over in Flint. And those are night classes. So they're offered once a week at night, and those classes usually start around 6 p.m. The rest of our degrees are available entirely online. And except for early childhood studies, that program is available as a hybrid program. So students, if they want to take early childhood studies, they can do that program either entirely online, or they can do that program in a hybrid format where they take some classes online and take some classes at night at our Macomb campus location. And then our next question here, how can I make payments for my classes? So this is a great question as well. So payment for classes are not due until classes actually begin, and students can make payments for their classes in a few different ways. The most common way that students make their payments is through their student portal. Actually, a quick tip for your student portal is make sure you select the correct semester. So for example, when a student goes to log into their student portal, it will automatically populate the summer semester because that's the semester that we're currently in. But if you're going to go either pay your fall balance or maybe check your fall semester, when you go to log in, you have to go and select the fall semester or whatever semester that you're interested in looking for information about. So make sure you do that when you go to log in to your student portal. If you haven't done or been into your student portal yet, that will all make sense when you go to log into your student portal. So you can pay through your student portal is the first option. The other way you can pay is by contacting Student Financial Services directly. They would be happy to assist you with payment, or if you have any questions about financial aid in general, they're extremely helpful and they can assist you. They can be contacted directly at sfs@rc.edu. So that's Student Financial Services, or their phone number is 248-218-2127. And that was really fast, but contact any of your recruiters and we can get you their contact information. Oh, thank you. Mary put it in the chat, so that was very helpful. We have another question from registration that talked about COVID funding. So RU did receive funding from the CARES Act, and then we did distribute our CARES Act funding to our students who are taking classes during the spring semester. We did also have additional funding through our Student Emergency Fund for students who had additional hardships due to the coronavirus. But more information about our COVID response and our CARES Act funding is all found on our website at rochesteru.edu/coronavirus. But speaking of COVID, I did also want to talk more about the COVID impact on our seated classes as well. So even though most of our programs in our accelerated program are all online, for those few classes that are in seat at Macomb, Mott, or Rochester, those classes will be happening this fall as of now. So those classes have been socially distanced and sized down. So there are limited seats in those classes now, depending on the square footage in the classroom, so that the students and the teacher The professor will be able to have physical distancing during the classroom. The students and the professor will be asked to do a health screening the day of their campus class, and then take a temperature check before going into the classroom. Students and the professor will be wearing masks while they're in the class, and then the classes will be regular cleaned, and there'll be additional cleaning products and sanitizer available on hand during the classroom as well. Should anything happen and we go below a stage 4, all of our classes are equipped and ready to transition into a virtual setting should that situation arise again. But your professor will be your best point of contact. If you have an in-seat class, they'll be able to assist you and answer any questions you might have about any adoptions or any changes that might need to be changed, need to happen for your actual class. So we have a question about if we pay for classes if the class starts in August and we haven't heard from Teach yet in the FAFSA. So the FAFSA takes a few days to get to us. So if you filled the FAFSA out recently, that might take a few days. The Teach Scholarship takes about a month to get to us. They take a while to go through their application process, but that's okay. Our financial services team knows that. So I think I'll reach out to you because you're one of my students. So I'll look into your financial aid package and Teach, but I'll make a note to get back with you about your Teach package. But for other students, that's generally okay. You're welcome. That's okay. Our financial services team, you're not alone. For Teach, we're actually the university that has the most Teach recipients. So we're their largest institution that utilizes their scholarship fund. So we work with them all the time. We have a great relationship with the Teach program. So we have a great connection with them. You're not alone. You won't be the only student that hasn't heard back from Teach yet. But you still have a month from today, classes begin. So we still have some time to hear back from Teach and make sure that the scholarship will come through and make sure everything will be all set for your financial aid package. But I'll make sure that I'll look into your financial aid package. Do you have any other last minute questions come through? That's everything that we have so far. I don't think so. Okay. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. I think that's all the questions we have for today. I really hope you guys all found this information valuable and gave you some more insight about Rochester University's Accelerated Learning Program. This session has been recorded, and so it'll be available if you'd like to take a look back at it again. So again, please don't hesitate to reach out to Luke, Jessica, or myself if you ever have any questions. We love being able to work alongside students every day through the admissions process and to help our students achieve their goal of having their bachelor's degree. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe. Bye.